Now, the World Economic Forum has opened in Davos, Switzerland, and the agenda is dominated by Russia's war in Ukraine and the impact on the global economy. Leaders from the worlds of business and politics discussing challenges and solutions to issues including food and energy insecurity, inflation, economic growth, and the lingering effects of the pandemic. While many advanced economies have bounced back as COVID cases ease, labor markets are now facing a new challenge: a shortage of workers. France 24's business editor Kate Moody has been discussing this with Christophe Catoir, president of the Adecco Group.
I'm here now with Christophe Catoir, president of Adecco, the Human Resources and Recruitment Group. Thanks for being with us on France 24. We know that many economies around the world are experiencing labor shortages. How widespread is that problem, and how is Adecco and your clients responding?
Labor shortage is everywhere. That's probably something pretty new because even if some countries where you have unemployment at 7, 8, 9% rate, like in some countries, Italy, Spain or France, it's still high. The disconnection or the mismatch between the required skills and the one proposed by the candidate it's another challenge. And on top of that, unemployment is really low now and lower than before the coronavirus crisis. And this challenge is everywhere for many industries, and it's probably something we need to anticipate for the next years. It's not only, I would say, a short-term impact of any crisis. No, it's a long-term impact for employment market.
During the pandemic, millions of women around the world left the labor force. Are they being reintegrated at the same pace now?
They have been reintegrated partly only, which means it has been easier for men to come back at work than for women. And when you have a look on the statistics, clearly you have a big difference. What it means, first, the market has changed in terms of employment. You are looking for more qualification in terms of tech, in terms of engineering. Those activities are booming due to the digital transformation faced by many companies. And as a consequence, the weight of women in those technical jobs is lower. And that's one of the reasons why today the opportunities are less numerous. The second one is companies need now to take into account the learnings from this crisis, to have hybrid work, to respect individuals and their working timing instead of, I would say, having a really rigid view on those timing. It's something which will facilitate the induction again of women on the employment market. From now, companies are in between, they are transitioning, but they need to go fast.
And how about young people who are trying to find a job for the very first time?
It's another aspect because young generation, they are new joiners and they say, hey guys, our first topic for us is not only pay rate, but it's wage, but it's also well-being, mental health. And let's keep in mind that for some of them, they didn't have any mentorship during the crisis, which means they don't know how it works in the employment market. And now those young generations say, hey, try to convince me. And to convince me, go for, I would say, some flexibility also in terms of jobs, in terms of hours, sometimes in terms of typology of contract. And they say also, I would like to work for a company with a purpose, with empathy from the leadership team, and all those things were not so high in the ranking of the expectation of candidates. And it's good to know because probably it's an important trend, a structural one for the future.
Here at the World Economic Forum this year, the war in Ukraine and the implications are the #1 topic. How is Adecco dealing with that situation, with the number of refugees that are leaving Ukraine and looking for jobs?
Well, as many companies, to start, the first point was to take care about the family of our own associates, so it has been the first action. After some few days, we have launched a platform, Job for Ukraine, in order to make sure the people joining other countries, they could have the opportunity to connect with the companies. And doing that, it has been an instrumental way to facilitate this meeting between the two stakeholders. And now, after some few weeks, we have more than 5,000 candidates joining the platform, more than 1,500 job opportunities proposed by the client, which means, okay, the connection is done. But we see that the challenge is again to upskill people in terms of language, to face also the fact that the proposed skills are not 100% the required one. So we have still some challenges, but I would say it was pretty good. More than 5,000 resumes have been shared, and we expect that it's growing week after week. So it's one way to contribute also to this crisis.
Christophe Catoir, thanks so much for your time. And stay tuned, I'll be reporting from the World Economic Forum from Davos all this week on France 24.